Join me today as we try something new. I've got a few announcements to make about a change to the format of the channel, and we're going to do some prep work to get some blanks ready for my inside outs. So yeah, come check us out. Welcome to the greenhouse, everybody. And so today, I've got a couple of things I want to say, and then we're going to move into some, getting some prep work done. So I'm making a change to the format of my videos and my channel in general. Now it's still going to be like a how-to sort of a thing, I guess, but I think I'm moving more into vlogging and putting out several videos a week, and figured I'd give that a try for a minute and see how people react to that. I've been reading a lot on how to make successful YouTube channels, various marketing and bits like that. So I'm going to try some of what they tell me and see how that plays out. And I think if I try to make a couple of videos a week and maybe not structure them quite to the level that I do the real how-to videos, that that'll get me out in the shop more. That's been a big problem recently, is I haven't made it out here much. Between being sick and having 2 kids and work, because I do still have a day job, sadly, and all that stuff. I haven't been getting out here much. So if I try to make a couple of videos a week, that should get me out here a little more often. So I'm trying something new with the music too, as you can probably tell. I went to Spotify and I typed in royalty free excuse me, and it spit out a couple of playlists that said royalty free playlist. So you know what, I'm like, we're gonna try this and see where it goes. So I apologize to any of the artists that may have created this music if it's not in fact royalty free. We're gonna find out when YouTube chooses either to or not to flag the video for copyright violation. Although there were a couple of Drake tracks on there, so I kind of wonder. I think I saw Cruella in there somewhere. So this stuff may not be royalty free at all. It may just be lying to me, this playlist. So I suppose we're gonna find out, aren't we? So one of the big things that I try to push to the people that I may teach, because I've had a few students over the years. Nobody for any real long time, no like dedicated apprentices or anything like that, but I've had a few students. One of those things that I preach often and frequently is keeping your table clean. And now, that's actually one of the pieces of advice from one of these videos I've been watching. Says to keep your space uncluttered. So I figure I'll try that too. Where do you go? Is that you? I don't think that's you. No, I guess that's... Is that you? No, that is absolutely not you. Where the fuck do you go? It'd be awesome if this shit was labeled, but I'm not even sure what particular amber purple I'm looking at right now. Yeah, we'll just put you there. And what are you? You are blue slime. You go over there. So yeah, we're gonna try and keep our table at least moderately clean. So I'm wondering if I could actually make a go at this whole YouTube thing. When I say that, I mean actually make a channel that makes money. Like, let's make a living kind of money. And I know lots of people do it. But there aren't that many people in this particular niche. I mean, I know Revere Glass is absolutely kicking ass at this. And I don't know if I could really keep up with him. But I don't know is that I really have to. That being kind of the fun part there. Is that it's not like people are only going to watch videos from one person. I hope. So, yeah, let's just hope that that works out the way I think it's going to work out. Where's my shorts? Is my scrappies? Yeah, my scrappies. What are these? That's funny, I end up with shit on my table. I don't even know why it's there. Like this. Why would I have cut up a 12 mil rod? Now, I can't imagine what I intended to use that for. Matter of fact, I think we're just going to put that in there. Dirty punties for the loss. Glass rod, okay. Fucker. Mosquitoes are horrible this year. Like, I was outside working, because I've been working on construction, as you may see from some of the framing that's starting to go out outside these windows, assuming you can see it at all. Hey, I got you. All right, cool. I was working outside, working on the framing around what's going to be the new door, and the mosquitoes. There was like a cloud of friggin' mosquitoes around me. I guess it's been a very wet season, very favorable for mosquitoes. And this greenhouse, as it stands, is not particularly well sealed, which is a big part of why I'm replacing it, or rebuilding it. Got my piece of 60 mil tube on top of the kiln, getting nice and warm, so we can do some prep with it in a minute. I like to make my my inside out pieces out of 60 by 5 with long handles attached to it. This one sadly is a little cockeyed, but we'll come back to that one later. Fix it, probably. Got my Vape Wild, what's this one? This one is Techno Mango, I think. If I get my affiliate marketing set up with Vape Wild, which I should probably do, you would be able to find the link to that in the description, comments, whatever. I went for a blue Powerade. Maybe some water left over. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. I almost feel like I'm talking for the sake of talking. Is this camera recording? Huh. Camera's not recording. Why aren't you recording? Because I didn't turn you back on. You fucker. Okay, we're going to need a new sync point. And that sync point will be at approximately 11 minutes on camera 1. You know, we do that, we make those noises so that we can cheat and use the audio to sync the video and to sync the audio so it doesn't sound like a couple of fucking, you know, that little echo because you fucked it up just a little. So, we're going to start by needing some handles here. I get about 5 blanks out of a quarter of that 60 mil by 5 tube. I break it down into quarters so I can break it down even further. Alright, there we go. Should be nice and hot. And I'm going to cheat like a biatch with the roller. Because I'll tell you what, man. This 50 by 5 or 60 by 5 gets heavy. So let's start by breaking it down. Remember, I'm still not that good, by which I mean I still don't know shit about operating this Mirage. So let's hope for the best. So a nice tight flame so I don't heat up too much. The more you heat up in this case, the more you waste. I need to stop humming. I reminded myself in my last video I need to stop humming because this fucking lapel microphone picks up every bar. Alright, now we've got quarters. Just let that bitch cool. No, mostly quarters. Then we're going to set this up here, so stay warm. This one we don't care about so much. Now we're going to flare a couple of these, which we don't really need a roller for. So we're going to crack the shit out of it first. And then we're going to clean it up, because that's ghetto. So basically, I clean the end of the tube off, right? And then I heat it up enough to flare it out. And I kind of flare it out like the bottom of a wine glass. Mostly flat. Mostly. And then we're going to let these sit in the kiln while I keep prepping so they're nice and warm when it's time to use it. And this one that's up on the kiln staying warm, we keep rotating fairly regularly. I'm really digging this Mirage. It does take a lot to get used to though. And this is a beautiful piece of equipment. Very masterful engineering. Funny thing I don't know is that it really melts any faster. Like I've been told that it's got this driving, penetrating heat that's supposed to do everything faster than other torches, other brands. I don't know. I don't know if I've experienced that. Of course, I've only actually fired it up like 5 times. I gotta tell you, this music does not sound like royalty-free music. So I guess I shouldn't be too surprised if I catch a copyright claim on this one. Although hopefully it's I'm not allowed to monetize copyright claim versus we're going to pull your video copyright claim. Because those are kind of the levels there. At least as far as I know. I've been doing quite a bit of research on YouTube lately. A shit ton. So, we end up with these, right? I like long handles. Because longer handles let me control it better. Gives a better counterbalance. And when shit gets really hot, it lets me put my hands further away from the fire. But if your handle's only, yay long, fine, more power to you. But all the weight's down here. With a much longer handle, let's see, where are we at? My center of balance is here. Ish. I don't really trust that because it's a brick floor. But my center of balance is here instead of here. So, especially over long periods of working, it puts less strain on your arms, on your hands, to have that center of balance further back. You know what else vaping is good for? Testing my ventilation. So, all right. Now we get started actually making some shit, or making my prep pieces. Let me grab some scrap glass. Here's a few scrappy pieces. So the smaller tube, like 25 mil tube, I pull points instead of attaching handles. And I use those points later on as scrap glass to do shit like this. I get this flame real tight. Because this is the one where you don't want to waste. Alright, well that melts quick though. Damn. Nice. Then we smooth that shoulder out. Make sure that shoulder is nice and strong so that the handle will be nice and strong. Trying to move it around too much. That's how they get all cockeyed. That's pretty clean. It's a little lumpy because of the way I did it, but it's centered. It's good. I'm happy. And maybe a slightly off. Now for the really fun part. Because now this handle is going to let me hold on to it to work on this end. But we're going to heat that shit up first. So we toss it in the kiln. I like leaving the kiln open like that. So that's not going to stay like that for long. And then I'm going to pull it out and just let it sit in front of the kiln for a couple minutes. Like in front of the open punty door. Because that temperature drops quick. It was at 1150 when I opened that door. It's at 1050 now. As a note, I keep my stuff at 1150, my kiln at 1150, which might seem really high to some of you guys. It's a piece of advice I took from Mylan Townsend when he was teaching a class out at American Glass Roots. And his point makes an incredible amount of sense. The further you start from the shock point, the less likely you're going to mess something up. The less likely it's going to shock, it's going to crack when you take it out of the kiln. Of course, that doesn't work for certain colors that don't garage at high temperatures well. Pretty much anything with a venturine in it. Well, it's a long list of colors that don't garage at high temperatures well. Of course, I can't just think of them off the top of my head. That would be too friggin' easy. So we're going to go with a nice bushy kind of a fire here. And come on, it's slow. And now we're nice and warm. So now we can add another layer of oxy in there. Oh, that's hot. 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 And it's starting to flex on me. I don't want you to flex on me, you bastard. It's only a little bit cockeyed. We can work with that. A little bit of debit on there, though. We gotta clean off. Because, oops. You know, oh, fuck. And now we move on to the next section. Oh, so that's a little off. There we go. So once we get the section in the middle, or that we're separating nice and hot, we'll go ahead and pull that off. Leave that on top of the kiln, or I guess more in the kiln, the edge of the kiln, as the case may be. You sit there. And then we go ahead and clean this up. Oh, there's blank number one. And we'll just stick that in there. Let me go ahead and tighten up this the shoulder, like I talked about before. Go ahead and even it out. Relatively even, you know. Yeah, it's a little off, so. That's better. Grab this guy. Oh, that was way off. Awesome. Ooh, hot. Damn it, see, I'm humming again. It's like reflective. That's the word I'm looking for, reflexive. I don't even like want to. It's just sort of what happens. That was a little stubby, but okay. That's fine, we'll work with it. My arm starts to get tired after a while. Oh, that's not too small. That'll be fine. It's funny, I have a nervous tic that involves humming. Not really what you think of when you think of nervous tics, is it? Okay. Alright. Next. I guess I'm only getting 4 out of this one. Probably get 5 out of that one then. And that's okay. Oh, we need to tighten that up. Alright, you get the fuck out of here. And we separate the last 2. The handle that I used to hold on to the whole quarter tube ends up being the handle for the last blank anyway, which is incredibly convenient. But now we have to clean the whole thing up. There's definitely a lot to be said about these GTTs. I mean, this seems like it's melting this stuff pretty quick. I don't know if it's so much faster than the Carlisle. I mean, the Mirage would definitely be a little wider, slightly wider than the Carlisle, but only slightly. Ew, that's ugly. Ugh. Fucking radiant heat of that torch is nuts. Wow. Okay. Well, we can definitely say that. Radiant heat off this thing is crazy. Of course, that generally means it's kicking more BTUs. Oh, well, that was fun. Nice sunburn on my hand, I think. Whoa, something really bright out here. All right. We generally toss these in the kiln, let them even out before we try to do anything with them. I don't think I'm doing anything with them today anyway. Today was kind of just prep more than anything else, and to think about the change in format to my channel and going for some vlogging, some musings, some you know, I don't know what I want to say. What I know is that I have a lot to say and nothing at all to say at the same time, so we're gonna see where it goes from here. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully I'll get this video out in a day or two and we'll find out if this is actually royalty-free music. Can we trust Spotify's royalty-free playlist? No copyright playlist. It literally says royalty-free, no copyright on the name of the playlist. So we'll see if that's a trustable thing as to whether or not, or by whether or not I get a copyright claim on this video. And we'll be getting more videos out just because I need more time in the studio. I really do. I've been screwing around too much as it is. And sadly, glass blowing, well, there's a lot that you will never forget. If you don't keep practicing, if you don't keep up with it, your skill set does start to drop off. Your muscle memory, stuff like that. So need to get back to it and get back to it for real. So hopefully at least twice a week we'll have videos for you. Thank you for joining me in the greenhouse once again today. If you liked what you saw, if you liked this video at all, like and subscribe. Please comment what you liked, what you didn't like, what you would like to see more of, what you would like to see less of. Personally, I'd like to see less of me, which is why I'm on a diet. Anyway, peace, y'all.